Welcome to the Red 5 Tavern.
What the hell?
Tales from the Bounty Board. Belches in the Shadows, Part 2.
Oh my God.
Geez, sprinkles, you know.
I'm
You
sorry.
could have held that in. Jeez.
That's what you get for
Apparently
drinking all
you're-
that Coke.
Apparently
my
you're
God.
strawberry intolerant or whatever. You may want to look into that.
I almost imploded.
It doesn't take much. So tonight we have the pleasure of playing with Kelly, who's playing Kayleesha, the moon elf. We have Tina playing Venestra. We have Chantal playing Princess Sprinkles. And a triumphant return of Dawn playing Fistfire. Don't go searching for his class right now. He's actually a monk. So this is part 2 of Whispers in the Shadows. So last week we ended up back at the tavern. There was tragedy that happened last week, honestly. No more good coffee. No. Sorry. We lost a dear family member in the name of Kark. He was killed by a doppelganger who's a member of the Whispers. And after the crew dispatched of him, they found a wooden puzzle on this doppelganger and a pamphlet. Kayleesha sent a messenger, Sparrow, to Oakenhoof to help with trying to resurrect Kark. And we saw a blue glowy projection that looked somewhat like Saw Gerrera or Marva, but it wasn't. And they talked about the Whispers. And they talked about a phylactery, and they talked about the pages of the Book of Shadows. So once we made it through that, it was obvious that the Longhouse had been compromised. So the crew relocated to the Red 5 Tavern. Our starting point for the entire story. Mm-hmm. And once they got there, they settled in and they visited this particular park that was indicated in the pamphlet. It was a little bit of a clue in that sense. There in the park, they found basically what the YMCA equivalent of a cultist rental hall. And after charming the priest, they found a secret compartment at the base of the statue, which contained a note and said, once completed, check with the Renmore cell about the warlock that is missing. So that's a quick recap of last week. So we've got part of our crew over in the Red 5 Tavern, that being Kayleesha and Princess Sprinkles, and Venestra and Fistfire. You guys are returning to the Longhouse, or what you think is the Longhouse, after quite a while. So right now it's very late at night. Actually, dawn's approaching soon. And mere hours after the crew has arrived back at the Red 5 Tavern, unbeknownst to you guys. Venestra, so you're basically walking up in your standard way of getting to the Longhouse. And you sense something is different. First of all, you don't see the typical glow of the Longhouse. And even being so late, you would expect to see some glow of light, maybe from the hearth in the center of the Longhouse. You don't see that right now. In fact, it's hard for you to actually see the Longhouse. So you're about 30, 40 feet, and it's dark. Let's see. You have...
Dark vision.
You have dark vision? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you see that the Longhouse in that dark vision look is somewhat like encroached by like vegetation, as if no one's cut the grass or weed whacked in about 6 months. The door is somewhat covered in vines. There's vines on the side. It looks very, very odd. It's something you're not expecting to see, as if it's been abandoned.
Hi. That looks odd. I don't think I've been going that long.
You haven't. And
Can
you're
I
still on the main
roll?
road. Sure, you can roll for what?
Let's roll for... Can I roll for perception?
Yes.
Let me get there. Have it. Hold on. I thought I had it all up.
Okay.
Oh, just wisdom, constitution, charisma, constitution. Why do I not have it up here?
You got a
Is
plus
your
6
app
on
doing
perception.
funky things again?
Yes. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. You got a plus 6 on perception. That's okay. You can roll
It's not-
that.
I cannot.
Okay.
I just checked it, guys.
So you
I
got
got a
19?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see what you're seeing in dark vision, and you know that this shouldn't be happening. A, you don't see any lights. You don't see. You see the vines growing on the wall, like around, like sort of around the structure, right? The sort of cylindrical structure, and you get a sense of dread, and you get a sense that you sort of need to get off the main road. You feel unease very, very quickly.
Mhm.
So yeah. So what do you do?
Well, I'm on the road, right? It's covered by. Is there trees?
I mean, the
on
road
either
is,
side?
yeah, you have like sort of a, you'd be, so if you follow the road, basically you'd be going up into Tempest Bay, and you'd be going up through there. And the Longhouse is off to the right-hand side of one of the main roads going into Tempest Bay. So it's nestled over there. So that definitely has the, some cover on left and right. So you can definitely get more cover than you're offering yourself right now. And
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
feel the
duck
need for that.
into. I'm gonna duck into the woods because I'm
Okay.
feeling something's not right. So I want to
Okay.
hide in the woods
Okay.
for right now until I see what's going on.
Okay. Fistfire. You've been scoping out the Longhouse for a couple of hours, actually. You're thinking to yourself, I know I've been gone a while, but this is weird. Nothing's going on in there. But you did see about an hour ago, almost like maybe the flash of a lantern in one of the windows, but then it was gone. So you're definitely suspicious of something. And out of the corner of your eye, you saw off to your left someone approaching the Longhouse, stopped, and then sort of ducked into the forest. You're pretty close to the Longhouse, actually. You've been there for a while, and you're maybe at like the sort of like the level of bushes just before you get to the sort of clearing of maybe 10, 15 feet to where you can actually walk in the front door. So you've been slowly moving your way in there, but you also a while back had a sense of something's awry here. And you notice that because you've been there for a while, you can almost sense that you can see the vegetation literally growing in front of your eyes around the Longhouse.
Interesting. On
your side, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, on your side, there is a door, sort of 3/4 of the way up towards the back of the Longhouse, and on that sort of outjut of the wall, you can see that there's been recent damage, but it seems to be somewhat repaired. But there is a door that's back there, and of course, there's a couple of windows that you saw the lantern light flickering, but you haven't seen it in a while. And but there is a door over at that edge, sort of further edge. It's not completely covered, but there's definitely vegetation in front of it.
All right. Without exposing myself, can I get close enough to just peer into a window?
Yes, between the door and that sort of outjut that you saw some damage on, there's one of the windows that you were seeing that light flickering, and you could follow the path of like the bushes that you're in, and sort of make a quick dart over into that window.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to dash over that window, and I want to take a peek and see what I can see.
Okay, Venestra, can you roll perception, please?
Okay. I got it. I found it on my thing. 25.
My sheet had switched pages.
You got a 25? Okay.
I did. I got a
Um,
25.
You don't see anything, but you hear something very faint
Mhm.
on the far right side of the longhouse, like a bit of a rustle in the bush side of the shrubbery side, not bush, shrubbery side of the longhouse over here.
Neat bush. The bushes.
Shrubbery!
It's in the
Um,
bush.
But then it was very quick and it's gone again. So again, reinforcing your sort of high anxiety right now that you're hanging out in the woods there. Within maybe 20, you're like literally 20 feet from the door to the longhouse too. So, okay, what would you like to do?
I'd like to go up because nothing's really making itself known now. So I'd like to go up. I got 35 feet walking speed. So
you just walk up to the front door?
no, heck no.
Okay, so where do you walk
And
to?
I want to walk to one of the windows too because I want to look in and see if I see anything.
So the closest windows for you would be on the left-hand side.
So how far away would that be?
Same, maybe 25 feet, maybe.
Okay.
'Cause the first window is a little bit further back than the door.
I'm going to look through the window.
Okay, so you move up to the window. So Fistfire, you get up to your window, and you're sort of to the base of it, and you're sort of peering in. You don't see anything for the moment, but what you do realize is that as you're standing there, the grass is literally growing around you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not doing anything really, but it's just that's how quickly this stuff is going. It's definitely there's something going on with the longhouse that you're not expecting. And so you peer into the window and you faintly see some lantern light movement in the far side across the way between beams and what you remember being like tables and shit, and maybe even the hearth at the center of the longhouse. And so Venestra, on your side, you're up at the window and you're sitting there trying to get scope. You definitely see now some faint sort of twinkling lantern light of like suggesting movement in there.
Mm-hmm.
And you look down and you see that like the grass is literally like growing around your feet. And it's very unnatural. But you do see a, like I said, like a light, and there's a door for you on your side as well, further up the side. It's currently closed and somewhat covered with vines and stuff like that, and some growth and stuff. And you can definitely tell that the longhouse is being covered by something.
Can I do a nature check?
Yeah. What's your? Let's see.
That's a +3.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. Let me do that.
Okay.
21.
Okay. So you look down at the grass and you can definitely tell that there's like unnatural growth, and this should not be happening. And not only that, you get a sense of evil with it. You know, it's foreboding. I mean, it's very familiar to you because, of course, that's your nature. But it's a very different kind of evil that you're feeling from this grass, and it's attracted to the longhouse, and it's trying to get in. So Fistfire, you see that you see no other movement aside from over there, lit movement at least, and you have what would you like to do?
Can I open the window? Can I slide up the window panel?
Not from the outside, no.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to hug the edge of the house and move my way towards the door.
Okay.
And then go through the door.
Okay. So you get to the door, and like I said, there's like growth and stuff like that, but the door is relatively okay still. It's not locked, so you open it. Can you roll for stealth, please?
Roll for stealth.
You have your character in front of you by any chance? I can bring yours up, but
Oh, This is not good.
Well,
we may not need to look at your character anyways.
no.
Looks like 13.
Well, let's see. Do you have a stealth modifier?
That is with the modifier.
Oh, 13?
Yeah.
So, okay, wait here. Let me do a count for that. So, you go up to the door, and because you saw the grass and all this shit going on it, you're like, okay, I gotta take this smartly. So you turn the knob and you go ever so slowly without making a noise. So you open it up just enough to allow yourself in. And so you slip in. And you pull yourself into the Longhouse. And do you have what's your race? I'm sorry, I didn't even know that. What is your male variant? Do you have night vision?
No.
Okay. So you're in there basically very lightly seeing the lantern lights. And the light is coming from the area where you would typically remember where everyone would be sleeping. You know, like the crew would be sleeping there. Our quarters, way at the back of the Longhouse. And that's all you can tell at this point because you can't really see too much because you don't have dark vision or anything. So you get in and you sort of very lightly close the door behind you, and you're on the side of the wall. Venestra, you are on the other side, and you're at the window. You're not too far from the door. And what would you like to do?
I'd like to walk over to the door.
Okay.
And then I'd like to open the door.
Can you roll a stealth check, please? And what's your stealth modifier?
Stealth for me is +2.
Okay.
But I'm going to roll it 17.
Wow, nice. Okay, so you open up the door and without a sound, and you... Sorry, let me just put this over here. You slip in and you slice.
Slip in stealthily too, Don. Meow. Okay, here we go. Sorry.
Well, you guys just slid in very nicely. Very nice.
I'm
very
slid
nice.
in stealthily. I'm practicing stealth move, man.
So you silently close the door behind you, and
It's like a 17.
all limber and shit. And so you look. So the doors that you just came in are relatively in line with the hearth, like the central hearth of the Longhouse. And Venestra, you see at the far end where you guys had your quarters, essentially your sleeping area. That's where the lantern is coming from, and you see there are two humanoids, sort of like with covered lanterns. You know, like there's the basic lantern. There's a covered lantern which lets very limited light, and they're sort of ransacking through the area. And can you roll perception again, please?
I can. 17.
Terrible.
Damn, you guys are fucking rolling high. Okay. So
I'm feeling good. There's been nights I've wrote it.
Yeah. So after you see like the two characters over there, you look over like literally across from you, and you see this other being basically almost in the exact same position that you are, looking over towards the lantern, sort of like straining to look and trying to see, but he's like up against the wall as well.
Who the fuck is that guy?
You don't know him. I'm kidding. You don't say that, no.
No.
But
In my head, I'm thinking, who the hell is that?
so yeah, you don't recognize this guy, but he's just basically at the same door as you are, looking at the thieves. So Fistfire. Can you roll perception, please? 27.
How did you know?
Perception is 12.
Okay, so you're just sort of straining to see them up there. You realize at this point that you won't be able to get a better look at them unless you try and move more closely. And where you are, in fact, is the door, and then right beside the door, you've got enough space to be sort of crouched there. Very close to the door is where Kark's bar area was. So there's like the bar there, and they got some stools and shit. So you can sort of wrap around there, but you need to sort of start maneuvering around to work your way through over there to get a better look, maybe using the pillars as cover to a certain degree. But yeah, so what would you like to do?
I think I want to try to sneak up on the two guys as close as I can without compromising my position.
Okay.
How far away am I now?
You're probably about 25 tops to them because they're way at the back of the longhouse.
I'd like
so you
to
certainly
knock
have
off about 15 or so of that.
Okay.
If I can.
Yeah, you got 45 feet speed. That's for sure. You can do that. Can you roll a stealth again, please?
$14.
Actually, let me see what that's going to be. So you move up and you see one of the lanterns sort of turn towards your way, and you hear mumbling. Like something you can't tell what it is, but you moved up that 15 feet and then you paused. I'm assuming you went to some sort of cover, like a table of some sort, just like to get some sort of cover, basically.
In my head, I ducked behind a pillar.
Okay,
Does that
cool.
make sense?
All right. Yep.
So I'm still standing.
Right, but you're at least not standing in the middle of nothing. You're just like at least somewhat covered as best you can within that 15 feet.
Right. I really heard the Mission Impossible music as I was.
Well, it's funny because that was playing over the PA system of the Longhouse.
See, that
Right.
seems right.
They have battery backup, so it's pretty cool. Yeah.
I'm feeling that.
Tom Cruise is going
That's
to sign
really
up.
funny because I was picturing Missy Elliott's "Work It."
What?
She says that it's your enough for rain yet. What'd she say?
Oh
That would be Venestra's song at the dance party.
At
That's
least
after,
she wasn't
that's
in
after
that
the
big
mission.
black garbage bag thing.
Wasn't it silver?
No,
I
it
don't
was
know what the
black.
hell it was.
It was like a
it
black
awful.
rubber garbage baggy inflated
Somebody,
thing.
like somebody put an air hose in it.
Is
and
your
went,
flipping hip and hip yet? Ooh.
So Venestra,
Wow.
so you see, like you got like basically now that you know that there's like two sort of groups of people here. You're
There's
sort of
two-
keeping
okay,
because you
Little-
got the guy on the other side of the longhouse, and then you got the two characters at the other end, and the guy on the side of the wall sort of makes a move towards the center, stealthy. You can tell that he's trying to sneak up on them, first of all, and second of all, that you notice then that the lantern, one of the lanterns, one of them doesn't realize, the other one definitely realizes that something was on it. Because you hear a mumbling, but like their attention's been shifted away from what they were looking for, and then both of you, Fistfire and Venestra, you hear like like basically an unsheathing of a sword.
Oh crap!
Ooh, okay. Well, okay. So they pulled a sword. How big are these little dudes again?
They're not little; they're humanoids.
Humanoids.
Especially not to
And
you,
How far?
yeah.
How far am I from them again?
They're about 30 feet, somewhere in there.
Well, if he's not little, it's not the halfling trying to ring.
No, I mean, I'm trying to make sure I'm not accidentally gonna slay the little ring bearer. I don't want to do that. So let's
This is
see.
how they talk about us when they're changing in the locker room.
So
is there anything between me and them? Like, am I behind anything, or am I in the open too?
no, you got some tables and stuff. You don't have as much cover as the other side does, where there's more of Kark's cooking area and all that kind of crap. On your side, it's more like the tables, the sort of like the picnic tables, that kind of stuff. You've definitely got some obstacles between you and them, like walking spaces and stuff, and maybe a couple of bar stools, whatever. So basic tavern style stuff is on the ground, like on the earthen ground, basically. What I'm saying is that you don't have a clear path.
I don't have a clear path. Okay.
No, but I mean, you have the movement. You can move.
I could. There's two of them.
Try to seduce them.
Yes.
Oh, man, I bet I could.
Oh my God. These boots are made for walking all over you.
What you doing, little guys? Okay.
Sprinkles comes alive.
I know. God. I actually want to kind of like duck behind the table a bit, but I want to send my mage hand out to kind of tap one on the shoulder. See if they'll turn around.
And run away.
Okay.
No. I kind of want to see what's going on.
Okay. So mage hand, that's just that's a cantrip, right?
Yep, I can do that with no problem. And
okay,
that's got a range of 30 feet.
Okay, so roll for stealth.
Okay. Hold on, let me get out of this because it's all up in my. Come on now. Okay. 16.
Okay. So you move to behind a table, and then you cast your mage hand. Now, which one? There's two of them, right? There's one that shifted to the basically pointing towards the character over on the side of the hall, and there's the other one who's behind him who didn't really realize and sort of like was startled when he brought something up. So which one would you like to tap?
Okay, where are they at again? I'm sorry. One's turned towards a guy. I don't know who that is.
Correct. And the other one is just sort of like somewhat like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what is it? That kind of thing. So he's somewhat still engaged with rummaging through that area. And the other one is definitely has pulled his sword and is pointing, or at least sort of, pointing his direction. Let
me engage the one with the sword because, I'm feeling a little bit frisky.
Okay.
So a giant bucket of wine. I'm feeling frisky.
That's box of wine. Thank you very much.
That's how V rolls. That's how she rolls.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do that, and so now he like looks back, and you hear mumbles again, and then you hear a second like shink. Like another short sword, and like now both lanterns are somewhat pointing towards your direction. And so Fistfire, you see this now, like suddenly there's a shift over towards the other side of the longhouse. Can you roll a perception, please?
No. No, I cannot.
All right.
Because he didn't roll. Did it suck? Was it bad?
Yeah. It's a natural one.
Oh, it's a natty one. All right.
Oh, jeez.
So you fall over. No, so you don't. You notice you're like oblivious to what's going on. You basically just see the lanterns look towards the other side and like, wow, I wonder what they're looking at over there. So
Fistfire just fisted himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Squishy.
So you see, Venestra, you see that they both look over towards you, and one of them is sort of, you know, a little bit hesitant moving, and then the other one you hear, I can see you over there. Show yourself now before we kill you.
Oh.
I mean, well, I guess I should just answer that call.
So yeah, one of them rolled a 20, so he beat your stealth. Natural
Goodness.
22.
Off her shirt and says, "Hi."
Did you hear me? Show yourself and save maybe some of the torture of your impending death.
No. Don't die.
I know. All right.
And they're still like 20 feet away from you. So like they're just basically turned, and one just happened to be able to spy you from like a perfect angle behind one of the tables.
Okay. Well, I think it's time to break out the old Eldritch Blast. Feeling frisky.
You can't die. Kayleesha cannot handle another death.
I know.
Kayleesha has to calm her tits. It's early.
Well, I only rolled a 7 to hit.
Oh shit.
I know.
Wah,
okay.
wah.
So Eldritch Blast, can you let me just take a quick look at this here?
That's a range of 300 feet.
And that's like, what is that, like fireballs?
It's just a marked spell, like where it's a cantrip where I can like aim at them and just hit them with like a bolt.
It's like more like a energy or a wind gusty.
And now if I hit them, I can move them back 10 feet every time I hit them.
Well, you don't hit
But
them.
I don't think I hit them. I didn't hit them this time. But in case we get optimistic and it happens.
I was just warning you, if I could roll, I would.
I'm just mussing your hair right now. Wait till I really hit you. You're going to really regret it. Now, you said this is a cantrip, you said?
Yes, it's a cantrip. So I can do it as much as I want.
Okay. But your actions, what are your full actions? Do you have the option of a cantrip plus something else, or is that's all you can do?
Oh, Lord. I don't think that's really casting a spell. So I could probably do something else, I think, according to what I've read.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look really quickly here.
Did Princess Sprinkles just run into her microphone?
I mean, she might have.
Princess Sprinkles is straining her arm to be engaging for the audience while she's not part of the story.
Poor girl. I don't know how she does it.
Cantrips, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you cast the cantrip. Let me just do a quick look here. Cantrip.
I'm meditating and Sprinkles needs attention.
While we're over here trying to kill something, y'all over here, I'm going to meditate. I'm meditating. Meanwhile, we're trying to roll to kill something.
I'm not even there.
I was doing all kinds of, I go to try to kill something, and the dice go, nah.
I'm all the way across town.
Nah.
You talked real tough, though, right up until then.
I know I did, right? And then I just piddled right out.
Okay, so that's your attack, because unless you have a bonus attack with your character, which I don't see you do.
I don't think I have any. Hold on.
Yeah, so that's it.
Wait a minute. Bonus action. I do. I think I have a bonus action.
Okay, what is it?
A hex.
Okay.
Let me see what that is.
No.
Let's see. That's a range area. So that's 90 feet. So it shouldn't affect. That's a bonus action.
Okay.
It's a packed slot though, so I don't.
Yeah, it is.
Packed slot.
We still into this journey, but you know what? I'm gonna do it. I usually hold out, but no, I'm going for it. I usually wait and then I don't do anything, so I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
First
Do
week,
it.
here we go.
Do it. Do it.
Wow. Okay. So 1d6 damage. And
I need to roll to hit though first, don't I?
No. No.
Okay.
But you have to concentrate so that you're casting this. Place a curse on the creature that you can see within range until the spell ends. You deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit with an attack. Okay, there's a hit. Okay, there you go. All right, so there you go. You can do that hex.
Okay, so I got to roll to hit though, don't I?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. 13.
That is a hit.
Yes.
Okay. I know, right?
Okay.
And then I'm gonna roll for damage. Oh, that was only 1. Jesus Christ.
Roll for
Good
sandwich.
Lord.
So 1
That's
damage.
Yeah, man, I suck today with the hitting. Man, you do all this.
Okay.
Let me perception and stealth the whole time. Apparently, that's all I'm gonna be able to do. What the hell, dice?
So you curse him, and you see he sort of takes this. He's like sort of stopped, but he's nothing too damning. And so you see this Fistfire. You see that these two characters now are engaged with this something over on the other side of the Longhouse. And you hear him say those things, like I said, show yourself now or spare yourself the torture and the pain. And you strain and you look over and can you roll a perception? Keep it and roll twice, actually. Take the higher of the two.
Nine for the first one. And 5 for the second one.
So
What
you're
did you
looking
do
over-
to my dice?
Change your dice.
I did.
So
Well,
you
we
look
need-
over and you don't see anything where what they're talking to. Like, you're really trying to strain. I mean, of course, you don't have dark vision. It's not very, there's no light. Of course, it's dark.
Mhm.
So you can't really tell, but they're talking to something over there for sure. And you're just hanging out there, happy that they're paying attention to someone else. So the other one. So I'm going to establish. It's going to be the other guy rushes towards you, Venestra, or your space, and is going to 14. Let's see, what's your AC? And he hits with his short sword. So he covers the distance. So the guy that you didn't hex rushes towards you and slices at you and does 1 damage
Oh,
with
thank
his short
God.
sword.
Ping pong.
So Fistfire, you're seeing this
It's a
now.
flesh
Now that
wound.
you see the second one rush up towards her, still holding the lantern, and slashes this character or this person on the other side of the Longhouse, and you see like she sort of blocks it, but you can tell she was hit. But you now know where this other person is, and this thief, for lack of a better term, is now attacking this other character, and the other one is sort of standing there like he's sort of almost as if he's being electrocuted a little bit, but he's not moving right now.
Okay, so the guy that's attacked Venestra, he's kind of on the other side of the room,
Yes.
and I'm aware that his partner is not far from me.
Yeah, he's basically, his partner, the one that's sort of stationary, is maybe 20 feet away from you at a diagonal. And the one that just attacked Venestra is literally like a 9-degree angle right across this, maybe 15, 20 feet away from you.
Okay. So I'm going to run out from behind the pillar.
Okay.
And I am going to jump in the air and attack the electrocuted dude with my quarterstaff.
Okay. Okay.
And that's going to be 19 to hit.
That is
So close.
definitely a hit.
Yes.
And that's a surprise attack, so it's going to be plus, let me see here. Yeah, it's going to be a surprise attack. Okay, go ahead. What's your damage?
That's a lot of damage.
Do it.
13 damage.
Nice.
And then I will use my bonus attack and hit him with an unarmed strike.
Play by play, yes.
Yes. Do it.
Do it. Do it more. More.
God,
Do it.
That's a 6.
I'll have what Kayleesha's having.
That is going to be 9 damage.
yes.
Okay, so just a second here.
Ugh, my connection is so bad.
I'm sorry, Sprinkles. Sprinkles
So
is
you-
in my wolf pouch.
Apparently, he
Ah,
brought
there
a
she is.
Wi-Fi blocker. So okay, so yeah,
Fabric
surprise attack
takes
would
a lot
have
of
given you 2. So
bandwidth.
you got it. Yeah. So you just did 13 plus 9, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
22
with that.
total.
Yeah.
So Fistfire leaps from behind the column, flies through the air, smacks him, and a follow-up obliterates him. You just killed this character.
Yes.
Whoa!
Absolutely destroyed him in one attack.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay,
Meanwhile,
so-
Venestra thinks that's really hot.
Oh boy.
Venestra's just over there fanning herself
It's
watching.
like, oh,
Currently
man,
prolapsing.
that's really hot. She might be bleeding a little bit, but I still think that's pretty hot.
All right. Jesus Christ.
Weird.
So I just picked that up. All right. Venestra, it's your attack, and he's right in front of you. So
Venestra
you can-
licks the blood first and winks.
Oh,
Oh, and rice now here.
so he's right in front of you, and it's your attack. You can use your weapons. You can use whatever you want. But
I'd like to pull my dagger out.
Try not to moist on him, okay?
Oh my god.
wow.
Like pull my dagger out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they all
Um,
say.
Just the tip.
All right. It looks like you also have 2 weapon fighting.
Yep, I have daggers.
Woo.
With a hard R. Really?
Yeah, I do.
Daggers.
Wow.
Daggers.
Daggers.
All right. And you got a +5 to hit on those things. What is that? That's a
Yes.
defensive. Wow. Okay. Go for it. Well, you don't have 2 attacks. You have 1 attack.
Yeah, but
You
can I use them both like to kind of?
No.
just one. It's just one,
It's
right?
one. Yeah. Yeah. But you can attack with both, basically. So you're like ambidextrous. You don't have
Yeah.
2 attacks. One. Yeah. You don't have any
Alright.
bonus on that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so let me roll. Seven. What the fuck?
So you slice at him, and you miss.
Of course.
Of course.
Stop staring at Fistfire.
I know, right? I'm just so enamored. I just can't concentrate now.
Fiery red hair.
I got hard eyes going on.
So so you slice at him, and he like dodges it, and then he looks back, and he sees this other character that you're not familiar with, and he sees what just happened, and he just blasts by you and goes towards the door, and yeah, he gets to the door, and he gets to the door. He's about maybe 10 feet away. Yeah, so he's basically out the door, and so Fistfire, you see what's going on. You just annihilated this guy, and he's like completely dead. And then you look back, and you see this other character, this female. She like slices, and the other guy dodges. looks back at you, seeing what you just laid down on his partner, and he books towards the door. So that's his attack. You both have advantage because he's running away and his back is towards you. You guys both have an advantage attack, so you could basically roll 2 dice, and whichever one is higher, you guys can attack with that. Venestra, you can throw your dagger because they're throwing daggers as well, because he's out of range for a swipe. And Fistfire, you're probably about 20 feet away from him, sort of thing, somewhere in there.
Okay,
So-
I am gonna throw my Yakiwa at him.
What the fuck
Throw
is
it.
that?
Quinoa?
You said that last time too.
I did?
It's Yakiwa.
It's quinoa.
Quinoa.
I'm gonna throw him my heart conscious meal at him.
It's just a
Blade.
yeah, kind of vaguely hatchety.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sounds hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could say he throws a hamburger at him. You'd say it's hot at this point.
Make sure you let me touch it when we meet.
It makes things drip. It's just usually blood.
Damn.
Just in
Alright.
the middle, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in the deep part.
All right. So roll for 20 on twice so you can get your advantage.
The first try is going to be 14 to hit.
That's a hit.
Second try would be 17. So either way.
Okay. If you got a natty 20, you would be a double damage. Okay. Good. Okay. So you hit. And all right. Roll the damage.
That is going to be 11 damage.
Okay. And Venestra, so you see this other character who is quite intriguing to you. Launch this his bowl of quinoa at this character and like smacks
So
back of the head.
greedy.
And
Those grains
and
are
you're
so
like,
hot.
oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, heart healthy. That's hot.
It really helps my nature self. Just it gets me all excited.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Princess
Oh
Free,
my
she's
God.
losing it. I bet you it's organic too. Oh yeah.
Oh God, it's even better. It just my wood elf is just screaming inside.
Vanessa
And
would
so-
be like, do I smell garlic?
What
So he launches this bladed weapon and lands right in the shoulder blade of this character, and he like stumbles at the door, but he's still at the door. And now it's your attack. You have an advantage on what you want to do.
I want to do the dagger throw.
Okay. So you have advantage. So you roll twice and take the higher of the two.
All right, one was 8. One is 13.
That is a hit.
Sweet.
Hit. Okay, so that's what's your damage? 5. Okay. There we
5.
go. Okay.
5. Ugh.
I know. It's a little dagger. It's little. It's so small.
Sure.
Hey,
You don't have any extra. You don't have any extra damage on that, do you? There's no other.
I rolled the 1d4 plus 2. It didn't look like I did.
No, that's good. Okay, perfect. That's what it was. 1d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
rolled
All right. So he stumbles out, and like that second dagger really staggered him, but he bolts out the door still and runs out of the longhouse.
Oh, what a bitch.
Damn it, you got my dagger too? Damn it.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
That just cost
And-
me a gold piece. He's not supposed to get away.
why are you running? You're supposed to stay here and die.
You just
Bleed
got
out.
hit twice.
Bleed out, you filthy bitch.
So, I mean, you're welcome to chase him if you want. I mean, I'm just saying that he's just out the door, and just that's what
I
he's
should
doing.
have
He's
aimed
running
for
away
his
from you.
ass cheek.
Oh.
Mm.
Next time.
Hindsight is
Um,
2020.
Next time, I'm getting
Sprinkles,
the
you're
back of the
still in my
thigh.
pouch
All right.
around my neck. So
I
you know
run to
what
the
you're
door.
getting.
When I get to the door, how far is he away from the door?
Well, you cover a shit ton of distance. You got 45 feet. And he has 25. So he's 25 feet out, and you get to the door. Okay, roll a perception.
Oh yeah, I can see everything.
Oh, would you roll a 1?
22.
Oh shit! You're true.
I can
Okay.
see clearly now. This dude's gonna die.
He got my quinoa stuck in his
His
bed.
ass.
And his big brown eye. Okay, so
Getting him right in the brown eye next time. I swear to God.
because dawn is breaking now, and you can. So he's dropped his lantern, which you see maybe halfway between the distance of the door and him, and he's like struggling to move. So he's maybe 25 feet away, and you can see him running towards the trees leading to the main road to go up to Tempest Bay. But you got a shot on him. Do you have another ranged?
Yeah.
Like you have
Yeah.
more quinoa. Okay,
I can hit him one more time.
Hit me, baby.
I'm
Okay.
carrying 2, so let's do
So
it
you've
over
got
again.
yeah, and if you got an advantage again because he's defenseless and he's not looking at you.
Oh, baby, baby. I got a mental image of this man running down with a big axe and a blade.
14.
Running.
That is a hit. Well, roll in time, you make it a double.
Oh, that's right.
Do a 20. Get a 20. Get a 20.
No. Second time is better at 17, but
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So go for damage.
10 damage.
Wow. Okay. So you get to the doorway and you're like, throw that quinoa and poof, hits him right in the back. He just goes flying actually, and then grounds into the ground, and he is dead.
Yeah.
how hard was that quinoa?
It's hard as fuck.
It wasn't
like
cooked thoroughly.
buckshot.
Yeah.
Damn.
It could have clubbed. It's so hard it could club a baby seal.
Let that happen.
Stop clubbing baby seals.
Don't.
So
Wow, look at that seal dance.
So dawn is breaking now, and you guys just took out. And Venestra, you see this male standing beside you at the doorway, and just like launched this like perfectly timed and aimed bladed weapon and killed the second character from the Longhouse. So, Kayleesha,
Yes.
you're waking up, and
About damn time.
I'm not at the Longhouse. I'm at the tavern.
and
I'm
it's
across
dawn.
town. It's dawn.
And you wake up and you have a sort of sudden moment of fright because you don't know where you are, but then you realize like, oh shit, I'm at the tavern. Like this is your first night sleeping there, and that sets off your mojo for the day sort of quite off, and you don't feel 100% comfortable here, and immediately you start feeling emotional from what happened to Kark. And even though you guys went through what you did, several hours before with the like the sort of the YMCA rental hall there, and then you sort of sit there and sort of feel sad, but then you realize that Sprinkles is like nestled in, just in the crux of your arm, and she's sitting there petting you, trying to make you feel better, and she's like, chill the fuck out, dude, or whatever she says. What do you say, Sprinkles?
Don't ever speak for me again.
I will never do that again.
Hi, Sprinkles.
Don't ever explain my D&D. You got it?
Hi,
Poor
Sprinkles.
kid. Is this something that we can cure with ye old titty bar?
Maybe.
That's why I
don't
spoke
know
for you.
yet.
I miss Kark coffee.
I want to go downstairs and see if they have a coffee. You want to come with me?
Yes, but you know it won't be the same, right?
It's not going to be the same ever. So, Sprinkles, do you want to hop in my wolf pouch?
Sure, let's do this.
Okay. Sprinkles and I are going to go downstairs to see if they have coffee, but they don't.
So you go downstairs, and there's Crack, and
Hey, Crack.
Crack. Look, Crack.
what you want? I'll do my best Brad impression here. What do you want?
I did want a coffee, but I see these are the only things that you have tonight. This morning.
No one order coffee yet. I make it. So he goes off in the back, and he starts brewing coffee. He says, 1 silver piece each.
What?
Oh, okay. I'll treat you, Sprinkles. Here you go.
This is tavern, not charity.
I miss Kark. I already miss him.
I don't miss Kark. He never has the right money for those. But you guys pay up, so I trust you little. But Kark was way too nice to you. I've seen the bad side of Tempest Bay. Kark adopted. He's not brother.
You keep motherfucking name out of your motherfucking mouth.
Sprinkles, it's okay. It's okay.
Wow. Tiny package, big words.
I'm just gonna go sit over by the hearth, which isn't even lit.
It is lit, actually, because there's several other patrons. Yes, it's lit.
Okay, great.
He has to keep some sort of sense of business going here.
Can I bite his ankles?
I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, you can if you want. He's you're nestled nicely in the wolf pouch. It's up to you.
I'll stay here. I'm
Little baby kangaroo.
So you guys sit over at the hearth, and the layout is very different from the Longhouse, of course. It's a lot more formal. There's like wood floors, and it's not so rudimentary as the Longhouse and stuff. So a lot more amenities, that kind of stuff. Chandeliers with kettles and all that kind of crap. So you guys sit down. You guys got a table. There's not too many people there, but you sit down, and eventually he brings over coffee, and he says, "Here, coffee. You want food?"
No, thanks. Nothing for me. Thanks. Sprinkles, are you hungry?
No, not from this. No, I'm good.
Nice save.
You're welcome.
Okay. So
we'll go to the market later and see if they have any fresh berries.
So Crack walks away, and you guys are enjoying, like, the coffee is just basic coffee, nothing like Kark used to make.
Tastes like Folgers.
Freeze dried, yes. You can actually taste the grit in it.
They call these flavor crystals, but it's dirt.
It's maybe 2 steps up from the coffee that the doppelganger made from the other morning.
And that was terrible.
It's a bit better, but it's not very much better. It's warm, it's dark, and it's coffee.
This is terrible.
So you guys are, enjoying, or at least, consuming the coffee. And Kayleesha, out of the you look ahead of you, and one of the windows in the tavern, you see a raven fly and land on the stoop of the window, and then it starts like looking around. Again, it does another sound. You hear, and it's like almost calling for you. Don't ever speak for my raven again.
I'll be right back, Crack. I'll be right back.
He's gone. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care about you. He's already gone.
Whatever.
Crack's a dick.
What a
Yeah,
dick.
it's always been a
Crack,
dick.
hey, Crack's running a tavern. He doesn't give a shit. You paid him. That's great. You
Yeah.
got your what you want. I'm out of here.
Yeah. I'm gonna go outside really quick and see if he's for me, because I'm really, really hoping that Oakenhoof gets back to us.
So you walk outside and you walk to the window, and the raven jumps or like leaps to your shoulder and speaks to you through animal speak. It says, very basic message: bring body to Eleanor Stream Healer with haste, as your coast.
Okay. I'm on it. Thank you. I give the bird a pet. I have a cracker in my pocket. I just happen to have a cracker in my pocket, so I give him
Saltine
a cracker.
American.
Yeah.
I ate it.
Hey, it's low sodium. We're all,
Stale oyster
we're all heart
crackers.
healthy here. Come on, we got quinoa and low sodium crackers here.
Yeah, stale oyster crackers. So I feed them, and I'm gonna run back into Sprinkles, like Sprinkles,
Okay.
Sprinkles. I told you what happened to Clark, right?
Yes.
Okay, we have to go back to the Longhouse right now. I kind of stored Clark in the refrigerator so we didn't rot it all in this heat. But we have to bring him to Eleanor. Will you come
You
with
did
me?
what? Are we at Arby's? No.
Will you come with me back to the
Gotta go,
Longhouse,
gotta
please?
Gotta go. Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna.
So I'm gonna pause you there.
Yeah.
So, Venestra and Fistfire. So you guys just took out these thieves, and you're finally sort of realizing, first of all, you're somewhat on the same team. So, what do you guys say to each other?
Impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice throw there.
Definitely is.
Is that arrogant? Fuck. Sorry.
Humble. I like that.
And you get too humble, they might crumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God.
This is the worst flirting ever.
I swear, if Kayleesha walks in and you guys doing the nasty, I'm out. Game over.
That's later. That's later. Right now we have things to do. He needs his quinoa. I want my dagger.
I have to go pick up my throwing daggers out of this guy's back.
Yeah. Hey, can you pick mine up? Because aren't we still noticing
The little
some
one?
weird? Yeah, the little one. The so
Yeah.
small one.
Mm.
Thank you. Aren't we still having the heebie-jeebie magic stuff going on with this? The grass is acting weird. Don't we still have this problem going on?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, well, that and Dungeon Master, because don't we still have the grass issue going on? And we killed two dudes, but
Yeah, you did. Yeah, the
okay.
grass is still the longhouse is covered in, like, not covered, but is definitely being covered in, like, there's definitely something going on with the longhouse. And Venestra, you're more familiar with what, like, how odd it is than this person in front of you is.
it's very odd. So
Seems odd.
are you gonna yeah, it's odd. Nice conversationalist. Can you did you go
I'm a monk. I don't talk to people. It's my job.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Good Lord, this is why I stay in the fucking woods. Can you please go get Can you please go get your quinoa blade and please get my dagger, because I kind of want to poke around here for a bit and see what might be going on.
Okay, I walk up and I retrieve my weapons and her little one.
Dagger.
Okay. All right. So can you roll Venestra for investigation?
I sure can. 17.
Nice. Okay. So while your little go boy is going to get your weapons, you start walking around the longhouse, and where do you want to go first? Let's ask that question.
Um, so I don't think at this point. Okay, so there's vines and stuff going on in the inside the longhouse, right? But
Not really. Not really.
but they
So the
hadn't
longhouse,
acted weird. Nothing had acted weird in the longhouse. It's been outside, right? The stuff
right?
outside.
Because the
Okay.
doors and stuff have been open. So like now that the door's been open for a few minutes, you see like the vines are starting to sort of crawl in through the threshold. There's no growth from the ground like the packed earth
Mhm.
that you can see. There's nothing because it's been trampled on and whatever for who knows how long. And so there's nothing really growing out of that. So the ground earth is not, or like the base of the longhouse isn't really, full of grass or anything. You do see that the vines are starting to grow over, and there are a few places where there's ventilation holes, and so they're starting to slowly creep in from the top. But that's about it.
Oh wow.
So you can go towards where the these two characters you just killed were looking, like rummaging through.
I
your
want to go
sleeping
over there
quarters.
because I want to know what they were looking for because I don't think we ever really saw what they were doing. They seem to be rustling around. So let me go over there and see what they were doing or what they were possibly looking for.
Okay, so you go over there and you see that all the beds were turned over, the mattresses, the blankets, everything was pulled over. They were looking for something, but that was it. That's really the extent of it. They're literally like ransacking the sleeping quarters of where you guys specifically were sleeping, and your sleeping quarters were, like all of you, like your entire area. But nothing apparently that that stands out that would indicate anything they found.
Wow, man. I don't think I have anything that I can't really talk to plants or anything like Kayleesha can.
Mhm.
I don't have any of that.
So Fistfire, you grab the
have any of
daggers
that.
and everything out of the back, out of the pin cushion, and you walk back to the longhouse, and you see, this other person now
I'm
over.
assuming there was no reason to loot the corpse.
Well, it's up to you. You can take a look at it.
I always want to frisk the corpse.
I always
Okay.
loot the corpses.
So you find a
Which
short
ones?
sword. You find some cheap leather armor, and you don't find anything actually on this guy. There's nothing, not even a couple gold pieces or nothing. Just really just basic stuff.
Okay. I'll head back into the longhouse, hand Venestra
Okay.
her short sword, and I want to do some searching around myself, see if I can glean what's going on.
Okay. So roll for investigation.
Oh, that's not going to do much. Yeah. 4.
So you start looking around, and you don't see much. You see that she's investigating sort of at the back end of the longhouse,
I bet.
and Jesus.
I am investigating so hard right now. One of us has to.
I'm so innocent. So okay. So then so she's over there at the back end. Where would you like to investigate?
I usually start at the front.
So you reach around. No, so you go towards the front door.
Oh,
You're incorrigible.
Ooh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's like a 4-syllable word. Thank you. You get to the front. Can you roll another investigation, please? Actually, yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Still not very good. 6. I'm pretty dumb today.
Well, so you start looking around and, look at the tables. You open the front door. Then you look at the front door, and there's like a sign stuck to the front door, like with a nail.
says hashtag save Dave.
No, it does not.
No, it says Hennifer. No, it's
It says home of the roast beef sandwich.
Oh.
Split steak sandwich. No, it's a crude drawing of what you can only assume is an outhouse. But you notice nothing else of interest.
I think we need to try and find this ship receptacle.
So you take the drawing of the outhouse, and what would you like to do with that? What do you want to do?
Do you have any idea, Venestra, what we should do with this?
Well, she's all the way at the other end of the outhouse.
You have any idea?
Hey, lady.
Hey, person, I don't know your name yet. Let's go take a dump.
I usually wait till the third day to do that together, but I mean, if you insist.
Wow. Pitter patter. I'm gonna step outside and see if I can see an outhouse anywhere around the perimeter of this longhouse.
You do not see a longhouse. Sorry, an outhouse. Or
A longhouse outhouse.
Yes, Jesus. Yeah, you do not see an outhouse anywhere within. Like you walk around the side and take a quick look, you see no outhouse structure.
Yeah, Kark had chamber pots. Didn't have to use no outhouse with spiders and stuff in it.
Imagine he was so nice and yet he still had chamber pots. Imagine that. So yeah, you notice nothing.
So the grass is growing and I need to find an outhouse. I literally don't know what to do with this.
I love it. I do, because that would be me.
So, Kayleesha, so you and Princess Sprinkles are at the tavern, and obviously you're now hastily preparing to figure out what's going on.
Yes,
and you're downstairs.
Yes, I run upstairs. I throw everything into my bag of holding. Sprinkles is like right around in my wolf pouch, and I grab Vader and say, "Vader, come," and run back downstairs again and yell out to Kark, or not Kark, Crack.
Before you go downstairs, Stray comes out and says, "What's going on? What's happening?"
Oh, Stray. Remember how I whispered to a sparrow to send him to my high priest friend that I needed some help? Do you remember that part?
Yes.
Okay. He got back to me. He sent me a raven. I have to go ASAP and get Kark's body, and we're gonna take him to Eleanor, to my friend, and they're going to try to bring him back.
Eleanor, she's a druid, isn't she not?
Yes.
I've heard that name. She's
a high priestess druid. She might be able to resurrect Kark. I don't know, but they said to get him there immediately. So I have to go back and get Kark and take him. I have to try. I have to.
She's east of where I come from. The town I come from. It's far. It's like a 3-4 day travel from here, unless you travel through the spine of the world. I mean, that's she.
Do you know a shortcut?
I do, but it's a treacherous shortcut. It's not easy. I've heard tell of a path through. Well, I wrote it down. Let me just give me a second here. Sorry, just
I
see
will
my.
do anything.
I wrote it down here. There is a shortcut here. I wrote it down, but now I can't remember it. I should have written it down in my other one. Give me a second here.
I will do anything. I hope JB's not coming through my microphone. I
So
can hear him yelling at Call of Duty.
So he says she's at the Azure coast, far west of Redmore, where our city is, and that's 3-4 days travel because you have to literally cross the entire island all the way over. There's been told of a pathway through the teeth of Gorgon, but I've never traveled that. That could save perhaps 2 days, but it's north of here.
Oh boy.
Would you like to come with me?
I'm still studying and learning with Eldrin. I will speak to him and see if I'm at a place where I can break away from that. Okay. So Venestra, so
Yes.
you're at the back of the Longhouse, so looking around. You don't really have any sort of clue of what these guys may have been looking for, but you see Fistfire sort of coming back from the front door, and he's got something in his hand. He's sort of looking like, what the fuck?
What the what?
All right. Well, I'm going to go over to Fistfire and see what he's looking at.
Shitter.
I don't know that yet.
I mean, he's not wrong, but yes.
No, he's not wrong. Let me look.
Look at this shitter.
I do believe I've seen that shitter somewhere. In fact, I've been inside that shitter. Deep.
A
Wow.
chilly night.
You just admitted to that
Luckily, no. Luckily,
you spent time in a shitter and you still don't even know his name. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that sounds like most of my encounters in my life. So, what? I don't want another name. I don't care. It's
You broke Charles
and
again.
shit. And I don't need feelings. I just no, I don't have time for that. So let's so I'm gonna look at okay. First of all, sir, person who does not talk much. My name is Venestra. What is your name?
Fistfire, the prolapser.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Okay. I'm trying.
Venestra, do you recognize my handwriting at all, or no?
I'm gonna look at that, and I'm gonna look at him and go. I'd like to ask you later where you get that name, but anyway, we're really gonna talk about this later. Yeah, we will. But I have seen. I know where this is, and this was. Where did you find this?
It was on the door.
I think I recognize that delicate, prissy ass drawing. Anyway,
I put a little heart above closed.
an acquaintance of mine has drawn this for a reason, so we must head in that direction because
Okay.
it's not here.
Fair
Am
enough.
I right? It's not here because my sense of direction.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
I don't
So
remember. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
out of character.
that's fine. No, but you know that the outhouse has a special entrance and exit that allows you to go to
cave,
and from the red
that's
spot.
it. I
Yeah,
remember that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So you guys walk over to this location where the entrance to this step ladder up towards the outhouse is, and who's going up first?
I've never seen it before. I'm definitely not crawling in it.
It's fine.
Well, I guess I'm going first.
Well-
I have dark vision. It makes sense because it's it's
If you can
usually
smell it
dark in the
before you
shitter.
open the door.
Usually dark in the shitter. I'm sorry, I don't have any incense in my fucking pocket today. So
Is that what we're calling it? Is a fucking pocket?
God, Jesus. Holy crap.
Sprinkles, cover your ears.
amongst other things, yes.
So,
Call it.
yeah. So that being said, as you may or may not have known, eventually Kark and Crack did arrange to have the outhouse still be the sort of secret back entrance to and from the Red 5 Tavern, but not a functional outhouse. So there was no more fear of being literally shit on as you guys are climbing. So you guys make it out of there, and you head to the Red 5 Tavern, and you guys, and it's early morning, so there's just you don't have to worry about not seeing anything at this point. So Kayleesha and Sprinkles, you guys are upstairs, and you're waiting for Stray to come back, and he comes back and he says, "Because I've just consulted with Daganra, and he's concerned with what is going on, what we're studying, and it's way darker and way more evil than we have ever anticipated. It's really scary, and a 3-day travel, or at least one day, would have to be particularly planned. We would need more help than this. We can't do it between the three of us." And obviously he's speaking to you and Sprinkles.
Maybe I could send out. Maybe I don't know. Maybe let's just go back to the Longhouse. Let me get Kark, and maybe I can contact Urshk or someone with my telepathy.
Okay.
I will do whatever it takes, but we have to try.
So, okay, let me speak to Daganra once more, and for a few more minutes, I'll just get his final consultation before we depart for the Longhouse. So he sort of scurries off into the back end where you guys can see, like, they have this sort of little area that they're just like candles and shit all over the place, and pages and all that kind of stuff. And so Venestra, you guys come up to the Red 5 Tavern, and you come into the main tavern. You've been there once. Fistfire, I'm not sure if you've ever been to the Red 5 Tavern, but you're following Venestra anyways. And you come in, and you're familiar with the layout, and you know that the quarters of the crew are upstairs.
Okay. So we are walking into the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking
You
around.
see several people. Yeah, there's several patrons there just sort of looking around.
Where's the... Normally there's people here that I normally end up going on adventures with. Where are they all? Let's go upstairs and see if they're upstairs.
This seems like it might be going somewhere quick.
So you guys head upstairs, and you literally crest over the second landing, and you see standing right at the top of the stairs Kayleesha.
Venestra?
Oh.
Venestra,
Yes.
is that you?
No, it's my fucking twin. Who do you think it is? There's only one of me.
I don't even wait for Venestra to finish talking. I just run over to her and I throw my arms around her and I start bawling into her shoulder.
You're squishing me.
What is wrong wrong? What?
And then you see as you're hugging her, like you're looking over her shoulder, and you see walking up the stairs behind her, you see Fistfire.
Fistfire, you came back. and I'm just like,
you know him? You know Mr.
I know
silent, arrogant. I don't
Prolapse boy.
much, dude. Yeah, prolapse boy here doesn't. Okay. I'm
We've been in a
confused,
tight
but
position before.
I'm confused. But that's okay.
I'm
What's
like,
wrong? Why are you upset?
Come
What's
into my
wrong?
room. We need to talk right away.
You know,
And
just
we go
killed
into my room.
help kill somebody, and that fucking vines are growing, and now you're crying. Okay? Let's go in here. What's going on?
So we're in the room now where
Yes, you're all
nobody
together
can keep track of
upstairs.
us.
This is your own private area. You guys can go through
Okay.
and explain everything you need to explain.
What's with the pocket gnome?
Oh, this is
Well,
is
that one.
Princess
That's
Calling up
Sprinkles. This is Princess Sprinkles.
she's
Princess
tiny, but has a little
Sprinkles.
attitude.
This is Fistfire. Fistfire. That's, I guess you already know, Venestra.
Unfortunately.
Okay, everybody knows each other. Okay, so a couple of days ago at the Longhouse, a doppelganger was there. You remember the doppelgangers from when we met the one from the Thieves Guild? Remember that, Venestra?
I remember.
Well, this one was pretending to be Kark. And Venestra, let me tell you, he served the worst coffee ever. I mean, coffee worse than cracks. I don't know if you had cracked
Lord.
coffee, but don't even bother. But anyway.
No, I could brew mud better than he could. What the anyway.
Anyway.
It's the coffee that we focus on.
It's the little
Nero
things. Dungeon Master.
Nero was with me, and Eleonora. She was in front of the hearth, so she didn't see much. And Nero went with me to just check out this doppelganger because I knew. We went into the kitchen and. Oh, Venestra, Kark is dead. Kark, he's dead. They killed Kark.
So we don't have anybody to make coffee anymore?
The coffee guy? You're crying over the coffee guy.
That was my friend Fistfire. We were pretty close. Close.
She's
Hey.
Kayleesha's sensitive.
Have you
Anyway.
ever met a barista before?
Kark was more than just a barista, Fistfire. He was
Probably
my-
Okay, I
wrote
gotta
your name
hand it to Kark Fistfire. He gave us shit for free, and my little black heart really liked the free shit.
Venestra, you
always
never
gave me-
paid him?
He was a lovely cook.
No.
Yeah, but all of your cups probably said Vanessa.
Yeah. Well,
Venestra, you never paid your tab, like, ever?
I mean,
He didn't do
paid
that
it.
first for free.
I mean, she
Anyway,
did.
I paid
anyway.
it. We don't need to talk about how I paid it, Kayleesha. Shush.
Anyway, so then we saw this I don't know, some hologram of Ghanjor came up, and
God.
we went to this like YMCA weird place in the middle of the woods, and
There was people were there.
there was a whole bunch of people there, and
I've been basically I've never seen that before. Please tell me where that is.
basically-
Is it fun? Do I get to swim? Do I get
no,
30-minute
it
exercise?
was a
What do I get
bad
now?
place. It was a
Or
really
like that.
weird place. But anyway, we got to go back with the new moon because that's when all the little Ghanjor troops are going to be there doing some ritual. But anyway, the first things first. I don't even know where to start. Okay. I sent a sparrow asking. Remember High Priest Oakenhoof? I know you two didn't get along too well, but I asked them for help because we
the
gotta
old
save
foot.
Kark.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, I just got a raven like 15 minutes ago, and the raven said that we need to get.
Raven.
Yes, it's a raven. Fistfire. I can talk to ravens now. I know you
A
didn't. know this.
cacaw,
That's
you know,
not-
even
can-
I know I spend in the woods. A cacaw, raven, you know, the
That's not what I thought you said.
that thing.
Not the pterodactyl. Cacaw. Cacaw.
There was
Anyway.
I swear there was a P in what you said.
No.
I was like, what the fuck?
Pterodactyl. Anyway, pterodactyl. Anyway, the
Okay, you sent a
raven
raven.
said
Where
that
were we?
Eleanor can try to help save Kark, but we need to get there as soon as possible. And Stray's our friend Fistfire. Okay, he's a dude that we helped out last month. We saved him. Stray knows a shortcut, but it might be dangerous. But we're all about that. So don't even,
We're gonna risk our lives to save the guy that makes the coffee.
Yes.
No. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How long
He does
has
so
been,
much more than make the coffee.
How long has he been dead? Or mostly dead? Or whatever. How long has he been
Mostly dead.
He's mostly dead.
Only like a day and a half.
And Stray put him in the cold box in the
Yeah, we
Longhouse.
put him.
That
We
hurt
put him
me.
in the refrigerator. We
No,
put him
no.
in.
And
the
how
old
long is
refrigerator.
the journey to get where we're going?
Apparently,
knows
the
a
refrigerator's
shortcut.
in the YMCA.
I mean, do we have some ice we're going to put him on? Because he's going to look rough by the time we get there.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
He's probably going to look a little dead.
Maybe
Like,
we can
rotten.
call ye old Uber.
Ye old horse.
Yeah, let me just call the fucking squirrels to come and just like load him up on a cart, and we're just gonna.
Oh, Venestra, we
Oh,
have to
right.
try though, Venestra. We have to
We're all
try.
pallbearers.
Rent a cart.
Well, you know that the old footman don't like me. You know this. You know
I
this.
know.
He doesn't like me.
But we're not going to go see him. We're not going to see High Priest Oakenhoof. We're going to see Eleanor. Remember the druid that made
Yeah,
Kira into the little,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
The dog.
Kira Nora,
Let me
We're gonna go
guess.
see her.
Let me guess. If we don't help, you can't do it.
Yeah.
God, you'll be
Maybe.
insufferable. You'll be insufferable. Okay. I'll do it.
Oh, Venestra, thank you.
Oh,
and I
please,
start
oh,
bawling
God.
again, and I
Oh,
hug Venestra
God.
again.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. She's gonna pat her on the head like, yeah, okay.
Thank you.
So Kark is back at the Longhouse. He's in
Yes.
the cold room there at the Longhouse.
Yeah.
You guys just came from the Longhouse. Might you want to share what you guys just went through in the
'cause
Longhouse?
I know that you
So-
had to have seen my note. I guess you saw my note on the door. huh?
Yeah, I saw your prissy outhouse note. I'm like, why the hell? But anyway, yeah. That place. Something's up with that place. It's not right.
What do you mean?
It's so when
All I did was shut off the lights and lock the door.
Okay, well, somebody decided to do, or something decided to. It's bad, Kayleesha. It's got vines and grass growing in unnatural ways, and
What?
I know it's bad. It's bad. It's bad magic. It's bad.
So at that point, Stray comes out. He says, "What do you mean, bad? It's magic. What do you mean?"
I can't exactly. I couldn't get a read on exactly what it was. But when we were standing outside, me and Fisty over here, we're standing outside trying to look in. First of all, there were vines all over the windows. It was really dark inside. The grass was acting unnaturally around the borders. It was almost trying to
You could feel it growing.
grab us. Yeah, almost like it was trying to maybe encompass us. We got in the door fine, and there were these,
I don't know if they were raiders or just people trying to loot. They were in there and we had to take care of business with that. But
There were
it's something.
looters?
Yeah, it was like 2 of them. I have to admit, Fisty Boy over here did really good with that. But,
You boy.
Misty boy.
he did so good. I'm impressed, honestly. He threw like this quinoa knife at it, and it just I was off my game. I was off my game, I'll admit. I got a little cocky. I've been in the woods too long. I felt I was feeling myself. I was being good. Yeah, I should have not done that. But anyway, I have to owe him a little bit. He helped me.
Did he say get fisted? He
No.
says that sometimes.
God.
He did not say that, but like I said,
Fistfire, do you
we're
say
gonna have a
that?
talk later. He and
She
I are
was
gonna have a
already
talk later.
volunteering. There was no reason to bring it up.
I mean, I have to say, I was impressed. I'm not impressed with his conversation skills, but
Well,
they
he's a
always
monk.
ruin it when they open their mouth anyway. So
He's a monk,
let's- yeah, purity and all
So
that shit.
Stray says, I admit I don't know you. And he points to Venestra and points to Fistfire. Says, but if Kayleesha is familiar with you, that is enough for me. And I've been studying with Dagonra for the past few weeks after I've been saved, and we've been working deeply on the Shadow Realm. We've been working deeply on this rising evil in this region, and this evil is seemingly what you're experiencing at this Longhouse. He mentioned something of a black ooze. Is this familiar to you? Have you encountered this
Yes.
black ooze?
We did encounter, but not there. We did not. I did not pierce or cut anything to see if there was a black ooze there. But I feel like if you saw it, and Kayleesha maybe could communicate with the plant life, she might be able to find out something as well. I cannot do that. It is not within my ability.
Because
Remember
we
that
have
one time we saw the black ooze come out of the
Yeah.
bear and the
Yes.
deer. Yeah.
Yes. The it's not behaving naturally. It is not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
because I've been studying with the Shadow Realm, and you spoke of the whispers. We have one of their whispers, Bob. You familiar with Bob? He is in the Shadow Realm. Bob is the one that you saved, one of the whispers, one of the doppelgangers you saved from.
Oh, Bob!
What? Oh, okay.
Remember Bob helped us?
Hold on a
at
minute.
at the casino?
The
Yes.
the two people, humanoid
Doppelgangers.
people,
Yes. Okay.
in the
Longhouse?
they were making
They were
noise
humans.
and talking. Yeah, they were human. They were talking, but we couldn't really hear. Were they whispering? Were they saying weird things?
No, it was more of just like you couldn't hear them, and they were
Yeah, I
definitely
couldn't hear them.
humanoids.
They were
Yeah.
humanoid, but I don't know if they were. I don't know if they had anything other than looting on their mind. But we dispatched them. But I don't know why they would want to go in there, considering that they had to know that what was there with the grass growing. Although maybe they didn't notice it, but it was. It's not normal. We must go back.
I don't
we have
know.
to get
I don't know
carved.
what that is, but the Bob is one of the Whisper's doppelgangers, and we know from what he told us that the cells are always at 3. He is one of the 3. The second of the 3 was killed. He was mimicking Kark just a few days ago. That was the one who took him out. So there's still one more, but this plays into the larger part of the phylactery. Dagonra tells me that Kayleesha, you have the actual book in your bag of holding.
Yes.
And Dagonra has the pages.
Yes.
And you mentioned that there was the blue figure of Ghanjor. There's a third page that is missing.
Yes.
This third page is extremely important. We have to find this third page. But this black ooze is all playing into this, and I don't know how all these pieces fit. We are studying constantly about these different parts of the story and the way these fit in. But the cell fits into it. The crescent moon that that you speak of just last night,
Yeah.
the Longhouse and this growing evil, and Kark's body. I don't know how all these play together, but I think it's imperative that you do return to Longhouse and see what part of this evil is going on there, because I've never seen this type of evil rising on one place. The only thing I can think of is that if the phylactery and the pages were in the Longhouse for such a long time and now they are gone, is the Longhouse or that space where you were suddenly drawing the evil that was keeping it at bay? I don't know. This is very concerning.
Yeah.
And it means
absolutely.
it extremely concerning for where we are now, because these elements are sitting here right now.
Well, what we can do is when we go back to get Kark, I can quick ask the plants. I can talk to plants. The plants are my friends. So I could ask the plants on the outside of the building what they've seen, who placed them there, why are they growing so rapidly? And then we really have to get Kark over to Alinor.
Make haste. Come back and let me know, and let us know what you see and what you find, and we'll try and figure it out together.
At that point, does Stray tell me the directions on how to take the shortcut?
No, you have to come back to the tavern to report what you found at the Longhouse, because that's going to be an extremely important part. Yeah.
So we have to go get Kark and then come back.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So do you guys want to take the shortcut through the outhouse again?
That's how we got here. That's how we got here.
All right. So I'm gonna
Like
hop
a
in the
long way?
toilet.
Yay.
Back down
That's
the
gonna
toilet we
go
go.
Go in the back way. All right. So you guys go down
In the outdoor, so to speak.
Going through the back door.
into the outdoor. All right. So you guys go down there, and you guys pop out of the cavern side, and you're on the right side of the Longhouse, or the side that you came in to Fistfire. And now it's like, light of day. There's nothing going on. But now you see, like, in the past couple of hours that you guys have been gone, the Longhouse is like basically this cylindrical thing covered in vines and grass. It's like unbelievable how quickly this is growing. And Kayleesha and Princess Sprinkles, you guys are like stunned, like, what the hell has happened? It's been like maybe 10, 12 hours, and this thing is covered, literally as if it's grown over.
It's already more
Sprinkles.
than it was when I was here.
This joint.
Sprinkles, can you talk to plants too?
I can actually.
You can.
Yes.
Let's both speak with the plants.
What should we
Okay.
ask?
Okay.
Yeah, we're both.
I cast it. Plants. I'm going to talk to the vines first.
Okay.
Vines. What is going on? Were you placed here by somebody?
And you hear like in your mind, you hear like snarls, like they're angry that you're disturbing them.
That's
Yeah,
creepy as
like-
well.
Just anger. You just hear anger. You hear evil. You feel a sense of the communication is so raw, and the only thing that you get from them is a sense of thirst for something. They're drawn to something.
Wow. Sprinkles, do you want to talk to the grass and see if it's a little friendlier than these vines?
I'm gonna cast it.
Okay, what do you ask?
First, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm Sprinkles.
Oh,
How are you?
Are you like the Bahia? You could
Look,
be. Yeah,
the
you could be a
Bahia
nice
told
long.
So we need to know what's going on. Why are you growing so quickly, and who do you work for?
Who do you work for? That's a good one.
Number 2. No.
It does number 2.
So from the grass, you get a sense of God, like there's an evil again. There's still an evil, but it's less. It's less unified, and they're just repeating, must cover and find what we need, but you get an overwhelming sense of evil from like it's just like it's being drawn into the Longhouse for some reason.
I'm gonna look at Venestra and Fistfire and say, dude, these plants are evil and they're growling at us.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have
That's not right, because that's not what plants are supposed to do.
Plants are pretty evil.
I
You have to cut them, and you got to trim them. You got to cut their heads off. Yeah, it's perfectly
They're
logical.
pretty evil. I mean, they're really not happy with us in general. How often do you ask?
This is really
That's why-
weird.
He's not wrong.
I'm
Is this
going
an M. Night
to.
Shyamalan movie? This was an M. Night Shyamalan movie. I feel like that's
Yes.
what we're doing right here.
Yes, the trees are after you.
The grass.
I'm going to ask the vines, what exactly are you looking for?
So, one of the vines that you're speaking to, and you're not like directly right by the Longhouse. You're sort of close to that shrubbery edge of where Fistfire was. Shrubbery! And one of the vines literally flips back towards you and comes at you and is attacking you.
Ow, little bitch.
So it completely misses and just like flies right by you and misses you. But you hear no response to your question, as if like you're pissing them off. But it's right beside you. The vine is right beside you.
I'm resistant against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement. So they can't stop me from moving.
Okay.
I think that they can hurt me, but I don't think that they could stop
No,
me
and
from
it's
moving.
not. Yeah, and it's not trying to impede you. The grass where you guys are standing is somewhat growing quicker, but it's not like the very edge of the Longhouse. But it just attacked you, this vine.
I'm going to ready my scimitar.
Okay. All right.
And say, I'm going to ask you one more time. What are you looking for?
Oh, okay. It hits you. And okay, it does 1 damage. It just slaps you. Basically.
We are
Little
the vines who
bitch.
say me.
We're in the forest of the Evil Dead. We're in the Evil Dead forest right now. Woo, stay off the
And
vines.
I am going to. Can I roll to hit back with my scimitar?
Of course. Yeah.
All right. It's an 8 to hit.
That's a hit. It's a plant.
Yes.
So you just slice off like basically like the head part of it, like and
Ooh.
it just like lops off, and then you see a tiny bit of black ooze coming out of the tip of it.
This thing is
Oops, I rolled the wrong die. 3 plus 2. I did 5 damage to it. Does it probably?
Yeah, it doesn't really.
kill it.
Yeah, it's a more centralized sort of nest of vines.
Yeah.
But what you do see is like that lopped off the 2 pieces, a ever so thin stream of black ooze coming out of both sides of it.
Shit. Shit. These vines are possessed, whatever's going through nature. Fistfire. About a month ago or so, we were on a quest, and I don't know, the wildlife was like possessed. There's a deer, there was a bear. We eventually had to put them down, and they just oozed this black stuff that came out of them. All we know is that it's evil. That's what our friends Stray and Dagenra are trying to figure out right now. But let's just get in and get out. And can you guys help me with Kark?
The coffee guy?
Yeah, the coffee guy.
Innkeeper. He was
Oh,
the
the coffee
innkeeper. He was so much more than coffee. He was the innkeeper.
Do
So
we,
and you're right too about the black ooze was as described was that the work that Ghanjor is doing to investigate and sort of infiltrate this shadow realm and the evil that it takes and the creatures that it's killing is literally infecting our plane because the shadow realm is a different plane and it's oozing through the our natural plane and coming through creatures, grass, vines, and now suddenly it's centered around the Longhouse.
this isn't good, Kayleesha.
Oh, I know. I know.
So you guys are actually on the side of where the sort of the kitchen and cooking side is, where if you remember last last adventure, where the doppelganger bit down on that incendiary sort of suicide pill. That's where Fistfire had noticed before that sort of wall was sort of fixed and damaged, but fixed a little bit. So the door that he went in would, and sort of as opposed to where he went turning towards the right, towards the back of the Longhouse, if you turn left, that would sort of lead you into the into that area of where that sort of cold room is, where Kark was.
Do we have a cart or a wheelbarrow or
A
something?
wagon.
Yeah.
We got anything?
I can't.
No.
get-
Not that I know of.
Let's have Princess Sprinkles carry him.
Oh,
Will he fit into my bag of holding?
Yeah. I mean, he's not he's a medium-sized. Wait, Cobalt. Let me see here. I think they're medium-sized.
I guess nobody thought to bring the wheelbarrow.
Kind of odd bringing the wheelbarrow into an outhouse, but yeah, you're right.
It's the druid's job to bring the wheelbarrow. That's how that works.
I think it was just to go into the outhouse. That's the thing.
Small humanoid. So yeah, I think he would fit in the.
Four of us went into an outhouse together.
Okay.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would fit in the bag of holding.
Put him in your
Monk,
bag.
a wood
Kayleesha.
elf,
It's
a
gonna look
puppet.
really weird, but
Walk
Help.
into a Longhouse. Sorry.
I take out my bag of holding and I'm like, this is gonna look really weird, but guys, can you help me put Kark in my bag?
Yes.
The coffee guy?
Keeper.
He's not giving up on it.
No. Yep. The coffee guy.
Fistfire, just help me.
All right, I shoved the coffee guy in her bag.
Well, you guys aren't inside yet. You're outside the
All right,
the
let's-
Longhouse.
Oops. Okay. We missed.
We didn't go inside yet.
Well, no, you're still you're still outside the Longhouse. and you
okay.
I
have
was
the vines and
following
stuff.
the druid. I don't know what's going on.
There's no druid here though. Oh, yeah, sorry, Moon Elf druids. I'm sorry. Yes.
Talking about
Cool. So yeah, you guys are outside, and there's I was thinking the other one. So you guys are outside. You just finished speaking to the vines, and you sliced them. You saw the dark ooze, and you're about maybe 10 feet from the door to get in.
Okay.
Keely, hand me your bag and you watch the door. And we'll
Okay.
go get the coffee guy.
Okay. He's in the refrigerator.
You told us
the
that like 9
part.
times.
Just wanted to make sure.
Right over by the YMCA. We know.
No, not even close,
give
but okay.
Fistfire. I give this.
I know where his is. Just I don't know what's up with that guy. I don't.
Okay, so who goes into the door? Who goes inside?
He's got the bag. I'm gonna
Okay.
go in with him while he's got the bag.
oh, go
Okay.
on.
And
He's
so-
just
So Princess Brink. Okay, so then Kayleesha's staying outside.
Yeah, she has to go.
You're mute, Kayleesha. You're
Oh,
on mute.
I'm
There you
gonna
go.
wait outside. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
She's gonna turn her camera off and go.
All right.
Right back.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So how do you guys want to do this? Do you want to just like sort of just blast open the door? You want to do a stealth? What do you want to do?
Well, given that everything's overgrown more, I don't just want to roll in there without seeing what's going on. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So there's it's light as day. So there's no dark vision factor to consider. So who wants to go in first?
I'm just gonna push the door open and then
Okay.
take in.
Do it.
Okay. So you open the door and you see when you guys left mere hours ago, the door that you guys left out of was still open. So you see that like 90% full of like vines and grass and shit coming into the Longhouse. But they're all sort of focused over to where the quarters of where everyone was. So like they're definitely focused on that area over there. But you don't see anything else really. And down towards the left is where part of the preparation station for food, and then there's a door that goes into the side of the Longhouse that would lead into the area where the cold room is, where Kark would be stored.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go for the cold room first, and
Okay.
I'm gonna collect Kark. I should be able to do that by myself.
Okay, so you go down there with the bag of holding. You open the door. Can you roll perception, please?
$14.
So you open the door and you're opening it, and your line of sight just casually, because you're just sort of walking in there. You see this monstrous creature all the way in the back.
What?
You see its back. It doesn't notice you yet, but it's the hanging slabs of meat that were in this cold room. You can see like chunks of it just like hanging from hooks that have been completely decimated, like eaten. And you see this large, almost caterpillar-like creature in that area. So you see maybe half the room was filled with like food preparation stuff, but the cold room was at the back of this area, and that door is wide open. In fact, the door is gone, and this creature is occupying probably 90% of this door. But you just opened it, and you were able to your roll was like perfect. In fact, that you opened it and like you saw it perfectly, and you stopped. So you right now have the element of surprise, but you don't know what the hell you're facing.
Okay, I'm gonna back out of the room because I believe
Okay.
that I'm gonna need a larger.
You need a larger bag.
We're gonna need a bigger bag, kids.
Can I shout in the door? You guys okay in there? Did you find him?
Yeah, you do that. And who answers?
We found him. He's a
Well,
little
wait a minute.
stiff.
You don't know that.
Where am I? Where am I at?
You guys are both at the door.
So
At the door of the
did both of
Longhouse.
us- So did
No.
I go in already? Okay. All right.
So you're at the door of the Longhouse, and Fistfire went to the actual cold room, opened
I'm
the
pushing
door.
back towards the door, backing up towards the door, and I'm like, "Shut up!"
What? What do you mean?
No. Shut up.
Kayleesha. Shh. God bless.
There's a giant meat puppet. Shh.
Oh,
We got a puppet and a meat puppet.
what? Wait a
What
minute.
is a
A
meat
what?
puppet?
It's a meat
What?
puppet. Shh.
I mean,
Did it eat Kark?
It ate something.
Oh shit!
Oh,
What in the nine house?
How big was it?
It's bigger than a bread box.
Can you guys roll for initiative, please?
Yeah. Shit. 7.
Nice. Sigh.
17.
13.
17.
13, you said,
13.
Fistfire?
Yeah.
And Sprinkles?
I think these dice are broken.
I know. I'm not
22?
using that
Did I
one.
roll it right there?
What's that?
I think I rolled a 22. Or look, I'm using the website.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, I had to find mine up at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, you rolled a 22, Sprinkles.
Sweet. Yes, she rolled a 22 and I rolled a 17. So she got a good one.
Jesus. Okay. Okay. So let me just do this here. Just give me a second.
I got like 11 sets of dice, and all I can find is my metal ones.
How many sets?
11.
Nice.
Maybe
Okay, that sort of
maybe
makes
when
sense.
you
That's pretty cool.
maybe when you moved, did they maybe they got
Yeah, they're
misplaced.
still back somewhere.
I had a little dice session for a little while.
All right.
Those are pretty. I'm buying those.
So as you guys are like figuring out like and Fistfire, you're saying there's like a meat puppet back there, you see burst out of the door of the cold room area this caterpillar like creature walking on the ceiling and like
What?
Oh, I
Like,
want to kill it.
Right.
you
Right.
guys disturbed it in the middle of feeding. However, we have Sprinkles. You're at the door and you notice it immediately, and you have this like perfect bead on it. You have first attack with your 22. What do you do?
A thorn whip.
Yes, hit it with a thorn whip.
What's that? Holy crap, that sounds cool.
That's
30
foreplay in
feet.
some states.
What?
Don said that's foreplay in some states.
Let me look here.
Horns that lashes out at your command toward a creature in range. Make a melee spell attack against the target. If the attack hits, the creature takes 1d6 piercing damage. And if the
Okay.
creature is smaller, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you. The spell's damage increases by 1d6 when you reach 5th level, blah, 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 whatever.
Nice.
Blah blah blah, whatever.
Nice.
Love it.
I'm not above. I'm not. It jumps from 5th level to 11th level. And I'm not 11th.
Okay, so then okay, roll to hit for melee.
What do I do? Wait,
Roll 20
roll the 20.
because it's a melee attack. You have to actually. And this is
Roll.
which spell?
Thorn whip. Are you kidding me? I
Oh,
rolled a
okay,
2.
gotcha. Gotcha. Cantrip. You rolled a 2? Okay, so you missed that. Do you have
Oh,
multiple attacks for your character or no?
I'm not sure.
Arm strike, wild. 2 up in fighting.
I have attacks per action 1.
Yeah, so that's it. So that was your action. Okay.
Oh, that.
So you missed with. So you missed with that. All right. Next up is Venestra.
Woohoo!
You see this crazy ass creature, you know, a caterpillar thing, just with tentacles, just black eyes as midnight, just charging towards you guys.
Well, I'm going to use the Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Please, Dark One. $19 to hit.
Wow, nice. That is a hit.
Nice.
Let me roll damage.
8 damage.
Okay. All right. So you launch this energy attack. It hits it, and it sort of coils, but then on the ceiling, but it doesn't lose its footing, and it keeps like really creepy ass freaking, the ring, crawling towards you guys. And
I don't know if it'll push it, because when I do it, it can push it back 10 feet, but I don't know what it can do to a caterpillar. That's just a thing I do now.
okay. Oh no, that's okay. Let me see here.
That's just something it does automatically now, because I added like a little thing to the Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, it has spider climb, naturally imbued, so it has solid footing, so it's not pushed back at all.
So the repelling blast doesn't work on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Fistfire, you're up. You see this monstrosity that you saw its butt end. Now you see its front end, and it's pretty freaking freaky.
Yeah.
All right. Meet Caterpillar. And nobody's hit it yet.
No, well, Venestra just hit it.
I hit it, but apparently it's a worm on steroid.
Where am I in comparison to this thing?
You're maybe 10 feet away from it. It's not far at all, because you didn't walk very far to get to the door. So you guys are pretty much in close proximity, and it's sort of crawling towards you guys.
Well, in my typical fashion, I'm going to take a flying leap at it and attempt to smack it across the face with my quarterstaff.
Nice. Okay.
That's going to be 23 to hit.
Sure.
Yes.
Good enough.
That's a hit. Yeah, that's a hit.
Yes.
Let's see, 6. We're not going to do much, though. That's 9 damage.
Okay.
And then we are going to use our Fury of Blows. That will allow me to make 2 unarmed strike for, let's see. Okay, first, sorry, I'm out of practice, kids.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Just read it. We're good. We're all cool.
Unarmed.
Well, not all of us, but
First unarmed strike is going to be 25 to hit.
Nice.
That is a hit.
Where did my dice go? Oh, there it is. 6 damage.
Okay.
The second one is going to be 26 to hit.
That is a hit.
For 5 damage. And that second one, where'd you go? He has to make a, where'd it go? Duck on it. Let me. So many things. Never mind. There's another thing, and I can't. It's. He's got to roll a dex to see if he doesn't end up prone or something, and I can't remember the verbiage. So let's just skip it.
Well, so you did 9 and 6 damage, right? Total 15
on the
in total with both of your attacks.
Should have been 3. There's 3 attacks.
Oh, plus the 5. Right. Plus the 5. So you got 9, then 6 plus 5. 9, 6, 15. That's 20 damage. Yeah, 20 damage because from 43. Yeah, okay. Cool.
Nice.
So So you see Fistfire leaps from his position after being freaked out by seeing this meat puppet that he ran into and backed out of, flips up, smacks him with the quarterstaff, and then a fury of fist punches literally pummels the crap out of this thing, so much so that it actually loses its grip on the ceiling and falls to the ground, taking an extra 3 damage. And for that attack, you get a point of inspiration on that one, buddy.
Nice. Ooh, nice.
That was a phenomenal attack. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
So it hits the ground, and he is pissed at you big time, Fistfire.
Fair.
So he is going to launch at you. He has 2 attacks. So first is going to be with his tentacles, which is a 4. So dazed and confused, he lashes out with his tentacles at you and misses.
Okay.
It's got
What's your-
tentacles.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is called a carrion crawler. This is a
Whoa.
nasty beast.
Well, fuck.
What's your? Oh, you got 18, right? So and then he lunges at you with a bite, and he also misses you.
Oh, thank God.
So- So
Oh,
you
Lord.
both attacks are misses. So he's right in front of Fistfire, who's basically right in front of you all. Closest to the carrion crawler, and Kayleesha, it's your attack. You're at the door frame. You're
Oh,
the
crap.
furthest away from it, but it's your attack.
Is Fistfire within 5 feet of him?
Oh yeah.
Damn it. Well, I can't do that then.
Sorry, I'm a short range kind of feller. I gotta step right up to the plate.
So you're a grower? Okay.
That is
Cool.
such a loaded comment there. That is such a.
Oh.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
It impacted off the surface. Never mind.
The thing that I was just going to use, I can no longer use because I would hurt Fistfire.
It's not nice.
Okay.
I know. We don't want to use that. You guys would get frozen. I'm going to just old-fashioned take out my crossbow.
Okay.
Actually, I no longer have a crossbow. I have a longbow now.
Kayleesha, can I interrupt just for a second?
Sure.
I found it. Whenever you hit with one of your Fury of Blow attacks, you can impose one of the following effects on your target. They fall prone if they fail a dex. They get pushed 15 feet if they fail a strength. Or it can take reaction, and it cannot make a reaction until the end of my next turn. That would have
So how
been
do we-
useful. We can't, but I mean, it would have been useful to add applied deck. 'cause
Push it away.
it probably
Right.
would not have been able to make an attack in the first place, which is the whole.
Yeah, if it negated that, but it was its turn in initiative, but you already actually knocked it off the ceiling because
Right.
you halved its health points, in fact, with that one attack.
Right.
So that's what knocked it off the ceiling. So that's
Right.
kind of cool.
Yeah, I found it, so I wanted.
That's
to bring it
cool.
up.
Good, cool.
That's
cool.
awesome.
That's an awesome thing that can do.
It is pretty
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And do you have to
actually.
roll like for one of those 3? Like, how does that work? Like you, or you choose?
Just says that they have to.
Oh, if they fail,
They
okay, gotcha.
if they fail
Dexterity.
a saving throw.
Against dexterity.
Yep.
And I guess you have to roll for which one, I guess, because you die 6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
I guess I
Kayleesha.
get to choose.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay. I have a dirty 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
Alrighty. And damage is 8 damage.
Okay. And that's with the longbow, right?
With the longbow, yes.
Nice. So you see Kayleesha launches an arrow from the door frame, strikes the carrion crawler, and it is not looking very good. It is struggling, but it's not dead yet. And
Dead.
Sprinkles, you're up. Not
Oh.
dead
Feels
yet.
fine.
Can I use my
He
thorn whip?
feels happy.
Yes, you can. You're close enough to use the sword. Yep.
Do it, Sprinkles.
Slay the beast.
Do it, Sprinkles.
It
I'm sorry, what would you roll? I'm sorry, you broke up there a bit.
13 to hit.
That is a hit.
Yes.
Ten damage.
Nice.
Holy crap.
Ah!
Every
So-
time she pops up, all I see is one of those rubber chickens.
Rubber
What?
chicken. Sprinkles
God
sounds like
bless.
a chicken.
So Sprinkles leaps into action and slices the carrion crawler and doing major damage. This thing is on
Yeah.
definitely its deathbed. Venestra,
Yeah.
you got an opportunity here to slay this one.
All right. Well, I'm
Sit down,
going
B.
to use my Raluthim Psychic Lance.
Oh, damn.
I mean, yeah.
What the hell does that do? Jeez.
Okay, you unleash a shimmering lance of psychic power from your forehead at a creature that you can see within range. 120 feet is range.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then it becomes the spell's target. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 7d6 psychic damage and is incapacitated until the start of the next of your next turn. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage, but isn't incapacitated.
Oh.
Roll it.
Wow.
Okay. Fails.
Wah, wah.
What?
And now
This is psychic damage, you said?
Yes.
Okay, go for
Caterpillar
it.
is now dumb.
I'm dumber.
Hold on. Now, okay, do I have to roll to hit it because since it's in
No,
range, I
it
hit
failed.
it? I just have to roll for
And-
damage, right?
Correct, because it failed its intelligence saving throw.
26.
Oh, that's good. Mhm.
Wow.
That's going to do it.
Ah!
So you see Venestra from behind you guys just focuses energy, and you see the carrion crawler not doing very well at all. Absolutely, its head collapses in this psychic vice, spews black ooze everywhere, and is crushed absolutely to nothing and splatters everywhere. It is destroyed. Its offspring is destroyed. I want his grandmother dead. I want his grandfather dead. Everything is
man.
dead.
I got
Absolutely
something else.
destroys.
I got something else too.
Oh boy. Okay.
I can call in my Dark One's blessing because I reduced it to 0 hit points, correct?
You reduce it to
Wow.
negative
I
24.
get 11 temporary hit points for killing it since I reduced it to
Wow.
0.
Ta-da.
So,
Wow.
Dark One's blessing, bitches.
Venestra
He
is
had me
glowing. She's simply
Yeah.
glowing.
She said glistening, and I was in there.
Wow.
Whatever.
She's got a
Go ahead.
post-coital
thing.
glow about her.
Mm-hmm.
Does that
Yeah,
get
come on.
inspiration too?
That does get inspiration. That was a
Like-
hell of a
I've never gotten inspiration before. Oh
hell
my
of an
God.
attack.
I'm so happy with that.
Good job, Vanessa.
And Sprinkles, are you there? Add yourself an inspiration point for bringing the carrion crawler to death's door for everyone else to finish.
Yay, Sprinkles.
Let me make note.
Nice.
I do have to look into how long those temporary hit points last. I've read different things that they can last until
the next time, or until I have to read up more of that. I don't
Right.
really know. I didn't find anything definitive when I read about that. For some reason, there's conflict within D&D about how long those last. So
Yeah, and I would assume like in a live battle, it would probably last a couple of turns somewhere around there. But
yeah.
So
I'm almost
All right.
afraid to do this, but guys, we have to go inside the ice cooler and make sure that it didn't eat Kark.
Yeah.
The coffee guy?
God bless.
Oh my god. Oh, that's good. That's good.
I love it.
Well, I was crying again, thinking about how this thing could have eaten Kark, and I stopped crying to look at Fistfire. I just roll my eyes, wipe the tears, and I'm gonna start walking over to the cooler.
She cries Folgers.
So,
and how much inspiration did I get?
You got 1 point of inspiration.
Sweet, thank you.
Each of you got those. Like those inspiration points were 1,
Sweet. Let me put that in.
and those are like double rolls and stuff like that. Those don't expire, so those will carry over. So, Kayleesha, you walk into the cooking area and you walk into the cold area, and your worst fears are in front of you.
No, he ate Kark.
He ate Kark. He ate the meat hanging in the cold room.
He ate Kark.
Kark.
The coffee
Kark.
guy?
The innkeeper.
No.
He got grounded.
Oh,
my
wow.
gosh.
God. Oh my God.
Kark's.
Kark is gone. Kark is gone.
A carcass.
What if he forever?
Can we call
Yeah.
it carcass from now on?
Oh my god. Carcass. Holy shit.
Kayleesha doesn't like you right now.
Holy crap.
I'm just gonna like sink to my knees and bawl on what's left of. Is there anything left of Kark?
I mean, we
There's
could cut this colon open and see.
no, there's nothing in there. There's like part of his apron. That's it.
Damn,
all the meat
thing
that
had
was
a-
in the all the meat that was hanging in there is gone. Like stripped to the hook.
Coffee left.
Well, you can check the Longhouse. There could be some ground coffee.
That thing had a hell of a stomach. That's all I gotta say.
So
I'm going to out of extreme grief and anger, I'm going to go over to what's left of the caterpillar and just start like stabbing it.
I'm gonna take
So
a-
in your extreme grief, you guys see this. Like Kayleesha just runs towards the carrion crawler and just stabbing blindly in a literally
Like
an emotional
sobbing,
outburst. Yeah.
gross mess, and just stabbing
I'm gonna
it.
go give it a sprinkle tinkle.
A golden shower?
You're gonna pee on it, Sprinkles.
Suddenly it comes back to life.
Those are called the giving waters.
So Keisha, you're hacking away at this in your massive grief, and the emotion that you're feeling is empty compared to what you're doing to this mutilated body. However, as you hack through it, you're seeing that within its cavities, you're finding things that it ingested over the past few days. You find in its belly, you find a dagger, which was just a regular dagger. You find gold pieces, 120 gold pieces in total.
Oh.
and you find a relatively good shaped longbow +2 in its cavity. It would need a little bit of repair from sort of a magic weapons smith in somewhere in Tempest Bay, but that's a +2 longbow inside of it.
Okay. +2 longbow,
What do we get for
120
stuff?
gold pieces, and a dagger.
And the dagger is just a
Okay.
regular dagger.
I
But
was
this thing is chopped up, and there's black ooze everywhere.
and there's no cark. There's
No,
like
it's
no
digested meats. There's there's just putrid meats that could be cark, could be part of the meat that was hanging in the cold storage room.
Oh.
I'm just like, and now I'm just like, I got the anger out. I found these things.
A little bit of money. She's fine now.
Yeah.
No, I'm just.
I mean,
so
I would be, but
distraught
that's
now.
me.
Not give a fuck.
I just like collapse. I'm lying on the floor and I'm ugly
Rolling.
sobbing now.
Meanwhile, Kayleesha, can I have the coins? Do you want them?
No, just take them.
Okay, thank you. I'll take them.
I'm gonna
Oh, shit.
leave the sob fest, and I want to head upstairs because I noticed as we were coming in, it looked like all the vines were trying to grow into the sleeping quarters,
Yeah.
Oh.
and I want to do some exploring.
Okay. All right. So you do that, and so you do that. Okay. Well, you have to roll that. It's gonna be so the vines were attracted to the vines. All these creatures were held at bay by the phylactery and the pages that were being held in the Longhouse. Yet this evil that is spreading throughout the entire area through nature, once the phylactery and the pages were taken away from the Longhouse, they were searching for it, and the strongest pull from this evil is the Longhouse, and this evil is being drawn there. And when when Kayleesha and everyone else vacated, they took everything of their own personal belongings and just booked it over to the tavern. So the vines and grass are attracted to the remnants of the evil of the phylactery and the pages more than anything. So there's not really anything of value there.
While Fistfire is looking upstairs, I'm going to go outside and cast Speak with Animals to a sparrow and, whisper to the sparrow to send word to the High Priest Oakenhoof that we've completely lost Kark.
The coffee guy?
And what's funny is I don't expect it. It's hilarious.
I know.
The coffee guy? Damn it.
So the sparrow comes over and sort of rests on your shoulder, and you send that message, and it flies off south towards
It's an African
Oakenhoof.
sparrow.
But it's unladen, though. We talked about this last episode.
Are you suggesting?
It's European.
Are you suggesting?
Are you suggesting that Kark is migratory?
And I walk back in, and I'm still crying. So
I'm a nap.
She's all
Said
tuckered
she did her
out.
duty. She's like,
Yeah, she-
I go kill the big old worm thing.
I'm only
I gotta-
tired.
That's a lot of energy for a little gnome.
He turned me into a newt.
Got better.
So we need to probably go back and tell Stray. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Yep. And especially that all these things are just oozing this black.
The bad
ooze.
magic and that we don't have cards.
So you guys want to go back to the tavern?
Yeah. Sprinkles,
Yeah.
you want to take a nap in my wolf pouch?
I guess.
Okay. Here you go. Good
So
night,
you guys
Sprinkles.
You guys head back to the tavern, and you go speak to Stray. And he says to you as you arrive back, and he sees, of course, Kayleesha completely distraught.
Mhm.
And he says, what news? Obviously very somberly.
The giant caterpillar ate Kark.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh,
And he
did
says-
I tell you that I stuck the longbow and the dagger in my bag?
What a switch!
I'm
I
so
caught
sad.
it, but
Check
I don't
this
know
out,
if I
yo.
said it.
Oh, by the way, I put the longbow in the bag.
Okay.
Yes, it's understood.
Kark.
Yes. Kark, no
was-
copy. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, I'm so
It
sad.
was completely digested.
I am sorry to hear of your loss. That is quite unhappy for you. I can only imagine what that can feel like. But is there anything else? What was this evil that was present? Did you find any more of this?
Black goo everywhere. The caterpillar, the vines and the grass that are consuming the outside of the Longhouse. All black goo. All of it. All of it.
It is what we feared. This black ooze is what is infecting this region and is the physical manifestation of Ghanjor's evil magic. This has got to be the key. We must continue to study this. And that ends tonight's episode
Yay!
of the
But not good. Kark's gone.
Kark is gone.
Coffee guy?
Coffee guy is gone. Perhaps we can send Crack to some sort of culinary school where he can make a nice cup of coffee.
Cheers.
But until then,
We're gonna have a coffee brand and call it Crack and Carcass.
Crack and Carcasses coffee. You got to put apostrophe S there.
That'd be great.
Thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight in the chat. Tune in
you.
next week for the continuation of the Tales from the Bounty Board, part of the Red 5 Tavern. And from everybody here, thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, friends.